Hey, Brian, you play Apex Legends, right?
Oh, non-stop. Who doesn't?
I don't know. There's 2 new Legends coming in March.
No way.
Yeah, they leaked. You want to see them?
Of course I want to see him.
Roll it. What's going on, party people? Welcome back to another episode of Moot Points. I'm your host, Dylan. This is our co-host, Brian. Brian, how the heck are you?
I'm all right. I'm a little tired, to be honest. I was up pretty late playing this new video game called Apex Legends. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I was doing the same last night. And guys, today we just want to talk a little bit about the game's success and a little things that we like about it. So without further ado, Brian, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about your favorite drop spot?
Drop spot, good way to start. That's the way every game starts. What me and my squad have been doing so far, we like to drop either in airbase on the left side of the map, which is a high loot zone.
Love that spot.
And rotate to the north or to the east out of there. Or we really like repulsor into swamp.
Repulsor, baby.
The high loot zones are where we thrive, especially because I play with people that are fantastic at this game. So I just like to watch them fight, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Repulsor, that's what I was going to say. I think it's one of the best places. It always has loot. And the 3, I don't know what you call them, bunker-looking things are just so easy to loot. You go in one, you slide down, and you just seamlessly
right here.
Go into each next bunker. Another thing we kind of want to talk to you guys about was our favorite gun combinations. I know for me, for one, I love the Spitfire. Give me the Spitfire with any HCOG scope, secondary gun. Give me any sniper. The G7 Scout, you can give me the longbow, or if I'm lucky, I'll pick up that triple take. Brian, I know you run a little bit of a different combo. Why don't you tell them what you run?
Yeah, I was telling you about this earlier. I think that Apex has a really interesting dynamic where there's kind of 3 ranges you need to be able to fight at: close, medium, and long.
Yeah.
But you only get 2 guns. So you get your specialized gun, and then your other gun has to be flexible.
Yeah.
So my ideal is a Peacekeeper for my close range gun, specialized close range, and then a G7 Scout for my mid to long range.
Yeah.
That's how I've been approaching guns. I also know that the Prowler with the Select Fire receiver, all my friends that I mentioned are amazing. Every one of them thinks that that's the best gun in the game when you have the receiver.
I disagree. But that's just personal preference, you know? All guns are good except literally the Mozambique. I'd rather pick up a handful of sand and throw it at someone. I think it would do more damage than that stupid shotgun. But
your fists do more damage than the Mozambique most of the time.
Literally, I wouldn't hit you. But yeah, I mean, those guns are our favorites, and the Mozambique, like, you can literally just never come back. Go ahead and leave.
You're fired.
But why don't we talk now about our favorite legends? You know, I'm a big Wraith main. I think Wraith has a very cool tactical ability where she can run through the void or whatever it's called. And then she has the portal ability where, you know, if you're in trouble on the outside of a ring, you can set up a portal and have your whole team come inside the portal when you get done. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it. And, you know, I've been really working heavy to try to master Wraith so I can kind of, you know, master one and then move forward and kind of expand my capabilities.
Yeah,
you know?
that portal is so cool because you can crawl through it when you're knocked, and I like that enemies can use it as well to keep it balanced.
Yep.
And also, we can't forget to mention the passive on Wraith, which is just amazing.
Yes.
Knowing when an enemy's looking at you or enemies are near.
You're being aimed at.
It is so ridiculously powerful, and I love it even though I don't play Wraith. I play Bangalore. I think, speaking of passives, her speed passive, you get a speed boost when you get shot at. You don't even have to get hit. If someone shoots at you,
that's so ridiculous.
You get a ridiculously broken speed boost. Then you have a smoke grenade, which is just a totally one-of-a-kind ability that synergizes incredibly well with some characters like Bloodhound or some scopes like the Digital Threat, which is really good on a Peacekeeper.
See the red outline, right?
You see the outline.
Yep.
And her ultimate is fairly good. It's low damage, but I like using the barrage after knocking someone just to totally pressure their team and keep them from rezzing. So
absolutely.
I'm a big Bangalore main. I think Bloodhound and Wraith might be the strongest characters, and so I let my strong teammates play them, and that leaves me with Bangalore.
Yeah, I think objectively it's, you know, Bloodhound, Wraith, and Bangalore is the top 3 right now. You can make an argument for others and who would fall 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but, you know, that's how we stand. That's almost all we have for this episode, but before we go, we kind of wanted to drop a little tip on how you can win some games. So, Brian, do you have a good tip to tell our audience?
I actually have 2. One I just mentioned, the Bangalore Smoke Grenade has fantastic synergy with things that let you see through it. So if you're playing Bangalore, you really want a Bloodhound on your team. And you also really want to prioritize both close range weapons and digital threats on those close range weapons. If not, it's still good with a shotgun. You can close the gap, slide in, and shotgun someone. My second tip I actually got from a Moot user. It's how to drop out of a plane. Hopefully, we can show you this post here. But the ideal speed is apparently about 140, whatever metric it is. And you can dive and then flatten out and then dive again and flatten out. And that gives you a lot of distance. And I've been using that to get long drops and loot the hottest spots, totally isolated from other teams. So thank you. I'm sorry, I forget the Moot user's name, but thank you.
Yeah, I've definitely picked up on that tip recently too. The drop straight, go out a little, drop straight, go out a little bit. There's a lot of little tips here. Mine is a very simple one. Don't over loot. Once you get to a point where you have your weapons, you have your chest plate or whatever it's called, you have your helmet, you have all your armor, you have all your everything that you need. There's no point to run out of your rotation and try to check what's in those loot crates. There's no point. Just stick to what you have. You might just be ready enough to win the game.
Two really important things to add to that, because that's the best tip I've heard, is one, this means you'll get better at the game faster because you're fighting more. And two, killing enemies is the best source of loot. Those enemies have been looting for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, accumulating loot to bring it to you. Go find them and kill them. You don't need to loot for yourself. That's all for you. Well, and for us.
Yeah. The guy knows what he's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting at about maybe 20, 15 wins. I don't know, something like that. You're probably at 1,000.
I'm at 21 or 16, something like that.
Oh my God, I hate the guy. But yeah, guys, that's what we have. Let us know if you have tips for us. Tell us what you think about the game down below. But for this week,
if you need teammates, if you're tired of your terrible friends, check out Moot. The Apex Legends Lounge on Moot is lit. Kids say that, right?
I think so. But check it out, guys. We out of here. I wasn't